Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to yet more chaos, where the only tech solutions we have are it's crashed, let's have a reboot. In today's video, we are going to be installing iAtkos onto the HP Compaq DC7600. The Hewlett-Packard Compaq DC7600 is a small form factor business PC from the mid-2000s. This computer was seen in offices and schools around the world, and its boring box exterior hides absolutely nothing exciting inside. Despite the sticker, this particular model hides a dangerously hot Pentium D945 running at 3.4 GHz, 2 GB of DDR RAM, and the world-renowned exceptional graphics chip, the Intel GMA 950. A 160 GB hard drive hides underneath the power supply. The rear I/O is plentiful, including PS2, parallel, serial, USB, VGA and the audio ports, as well as PCI expansion slots. This particular model also does not include its original black-fronted DVD drive, and instead a beige-coloured replacement, and the computer will be stood for this video on its side. If you are unfamiliar with iAtkos, it is a distribution of some very hacked macOS software that was around in the late 2000s, early 2010s to enable you to install macOS on your Windows computer. Now, this video is very much a bit of a nostalgia trip, as this exact build of iAtkos and this exact computer was my first experience of attempting to Hackintosh anything. So our first step is going to be to create the installer for our computer, and it's going to be on a DVD, so this is not going to be a fast video. While we wait for the ISO file to copy onto the ThinkPad, iAtkos was a bit of a mess, and always was. So there's a leopard version, a snow leopard version, a lion version, and a mountain lion version. We are going with the snow leopard version, which is iAtkos S3 version 2. Now, anything newer than that will not really work on this computer due to its diabolical Intel GMA 950 graphics. Anything newer than Lion will just explode. And I remember in the past I have succeeded with Snow Leopard, so that is what we're going to try and do today. Now, the reason that iAtkos was a bit controversial is because unlike a classic custom Hackintosh, it was a custom installer, so it has all sorts of things shoved into it. So it's a little bit more on the dubious side compared to more modern approaches where you insert everything yourself afterwards. It also means that the disk image is quite large, and it might not even fit on a single layer DVD, but we are going to pray and hope for the best that that is not the case. In order to burn our disk image on the ThinkPad, we are using a ThinkPad T400 for one, and we are going to be using Ultra ISO, which tends to be quite reliable in its ability to burn disks without exploding. I believe these are only 4x DVDs, so we're just going to go with maximum and hope that it works, because if it doesn't, then we have to throw a DVD out and do it all over again at least 702 times is sort of usually how it goes. I tried to install Image Burn, it decided not to work, which is why we're using Ultra ISO. But it'll be fine, right? Nothing ever goes wrong. Ever. It appears that, for whatever reason, the DVD drive in my ThinkPad T400 has died. It's dead. It doesn't work anymore. So I'm going to have to go get another laptop to try and burn this disk image. Why does nothing ever work? Yep, CD, DVD drive not ready. And this is the noise it makes when the disk first goes in. Sounds healthy. The solution. Here is the ThinkPad T61. ThinkPads have hot swappable disk drives, so we're going to steal the T61's disk drive and put it inside the T400, and hopefully, magically, everything will work. So, disk out. Find the button to release the drive. I can find the thing. we go. Pull the drive out. Pull the drive out of the 261, which says it's a DVD multi, so that should have DVD burning capabilities. Put this in, I hope. Why will you not go in? Hello? World's longest Windows XP boot time. Oh my lord, come on. Come on! I legit don't know why this is so slow, because this has an SSD in it. There we go. This is what I mean when I say that this channel is a classic reflection on what messing around with computers is really like, because this is what normally happens. We haven't even put the disk in the computer that is the aim of this video yet. We haven't even got that far. And now it won't connect to the file server. Why? Hooray! If in doubt, reboot everything and try again, apparently. That's good, thank you. Can I have my files now? There we go. Why is this Windows XP install so slow? It was fine. Why is Word... What? No. I don't want Word open. Close. Can I have my files though? I can have my files. I know it crashed. All I want is iAtkos S3 version 2. Copy to the desktop. And now we wait again. 30 minutes? I know my internet's bad, but seriously? Just while we wait for this, I discovered that my file server, if you connect to it with a computer running Windows 7 or newer, it then will not connect to a Windows XP computer until you turn it off and back on again. Which is smart, I guess. That helps. At this rate, the battery is legitimately going to run out before the file copy finishes. And I didn't bring the charger. And for those of you about to say, just use USB. All my USB sticks died. I don't have any. Comment down below if you know what any of these are without me telling you. There's a little fun bonus video bit. Guess the laptops. I probably should have tested the disk drive before I started copying the file, but anyway, let's put the disk in. Well, that sounds a lot healthier, so that's good. And I'm just going to hope I actually have a burn tool installed on this computer, because I can't remember. And the battery didn't die, so that's good. It nearly did. I had to go run and get the charger. Hey, there we go. We can read a disc now, that's good. Right, don't do anything yet. Come on, last few megabytes. You wouldn't believe that this was a video about a different computer and Mac OS, would you? All we've done is stare at Windows 7 and then Windows XP on a ThinkPad so far. That will be the theme of this channel. That will be the theme of this channel, is we're going to do this, proceeds to do literally everything apart from that for at least half an hour first. 25 seconds. This is going to be the longest 25 seconds of my whole life, I bet you anything. Come on. Anyway, I don't know why Windows XP is so slow on here anyway. If you know why Windows XP might be running really, really slowly on here, please do tell me, because it was fine, and then it just ground to a halt. I have a trim, second like external trim tool installed. I haven't run it yet because you shouldn't need to, but I do have an SSD toolbox installed, and I don't know why it's just died. Anyway, right click on iAtkos. Please just let me burn the disk. Open with what tools do I have? WinCDEMU. No, that's not helpful. If I just double click on it, what is actually running on here? No. Allow me to go and install something. We have image burn. Okay, right. iAtkos version 3, burn. Go. Please work. Please don't waste time verifying it. Just do it and then spit the disk out. I'm begging you. She's a write-in. Well, that's good. Right. I will see you in about probably another 572 years. Your services are no longer required. And finally, we are actually looking back at the main event. So let's turn the computer on and go into the BIOS. Because I'm sure that the settings that are by default are not going to make it work very well. So I'm going to put the disk in now before I forget to do so. So let's have a look. We're definitely going to need it in SATA mode. So that one. I think that's right. Other than that, I don't really think there's much more to do in this setup, so we'll see what happens. F9 for the boot menu, if I remember. I do. Let's see what happens. Well, let's try it with nothing first, and then if we need to do any boot things, we will. Go. I believe. Is it gonna? It's not gonna work. I don't know why I'm saying I believe. We have an Apple logo. That is all we're gonna get, though, I'm sure. This is another healthy sounding DVD drive. I feel like this is going to take a very long time to boot, even if it does work. We have the iOS 6 style Apple logo as well, which I don't think was ever a boot screen on macOS. Was it? I don't know. Also, just realised how dirty this monitor is. Whoops. I do need to get a better test monitor than a 4x3 Dell. But never mind, it'll do for now. I genuinely don't know how long this will take, so I'm going to come back when something happens. Whether it blows up or boots, who knows? Something has happened. We have grey and we have a mouse. It moves. The mouse cursor moves. Oh my goodness. It has not crashed yet. Doesn't mean it won't, but it's made it this far. It has made it this far, and it has not exploded yet. Oh my goodness. Right, the disk drive is still making noises, so I'm not going to click anything for a second, because I think it's still trying to load stuff. We have a wallpaper. Okay. Use English. Why is this working? I haven't done any... I didn't do anything. This should not... It's going to crash at some point. It's all going to crash and burn. Oh, the old barber pole. This wallpaper kind of looks like jeans. Okay, yeah, so this is based on Snow Leopard 10.6.3. I mean, we can try and update it once it's installed, if it installs, but that sounds like it's a bad idea. Disk utility. I think this might even be running at the native monitor resolution. Right, there's our 160GB hard drive. Let's partition. I don't know what to call it. Stupid idea box. That'll do. Make sure it's GUID partition table, otherwise it will not install. Well, the disk drive's finally shut up, so that's good. Formatting, done. That was really easy. Oh, okay, clicking on that doesn't... Okay. Continue. I agree to the very, very legal terms of service. Right, I'm going to click Customize, because I think this is, yes, this is where the driver options are. Okay, so bootloader. I think we want to use Chameleon because that's what it booted with. Like, it used Chameleon of the disk, so I'm going to assume that's probably the safest bet. Bootloader options. Oh dear. What does any of this mean? Right, UUID. That's for RAID, not doing that. Legacy logo. Boot with the original Apple logo. USB. Fix for USB. I'm just going to check anything that says fix a problem. I'm just going to check mark it now. Ethernet detection. Graphics enabler. I'm going to leave that. This all sounds dangerous. Patches. RTC. I don't know. Oh dear. This looks too much like it's going to not work. Drivers. Okay, main hardware. SATA and IDE chipsets. I guess we want a SATA driver? I don't know. Sound, yeah, that's fine. VGA, right, this is probably important. Intel. GMA 9... Oh my god, there's literally one for the GMA 950. This is a miracle. And then we're just going to leave it like that and then pray. I will open the install log. And now we pray. It's checking volume consistency. Well, it's consistently stupid, but yeah. I will come back when this is maybe done, question mark? Uh-oh. It has been a significant amount of time, and the bar has not moved at all. It's not crashed, and the disk is still reading, so I'm not going to kill it yet. But it has now been about 15 minutes, and we have proceeded nowhere. So that doesn't seem like what's supposed to happen. Okay, it just jumped forward 7 minutes in one go. The disk has now stopped making noises, but the hard drive activity light is still going. I guess it's working. Maybe. I don't know. the disc has kicked back in again, and the time has gone back up to 18 minutes, which is just lovely. That hard drive sounds healthy too. Good, great, great. We're doing really well on the healthy hardware today. I mean, it seems to be making progress, so that's excellent. Ooh, 17 minutes. It's going down again. I think the bar is moving, very very slightly. I mean, the question on a lot of people's minds is probably, why on earth would you want to do this? It's going to run like pants. Good question, to be honest. Good question. 'Cause it's fun, I think. I mean, I certainly had a lot of fun trying to get this to work for probably multiple days back 10 years ago, if more than 10 years ago. I probably literally spent days trying to get this to work, so clearly there's some enjoyment factor somewhere. I mean, I say it will run like pants. Snow Leopard is so well optimised, it might actually be better than Windows if this does actually work at all. Shockingly. Because Snow Leopard is genuinely quite good at running on poo computers. So we'll see. It is actually nearly done. So that's a surprise. Nothing broke yet. The time remaining thing means nothing. It's been jumping all over the place. The bar went backwards at one point. Like, it's been a wild, chaotic adventure, but we're approaching the end, I think. Is it going to make it? And more importantly, is once it's made it, is it actually going to be able to reboot into macOS, or is it just then going to explode, and I'm not going to have any idea how to make it not do that? Because I know very little about the workings of Hackintoshing in general, but particularly 15-year-old Hackintoshing and trying to use this nonsense. So if it doesn't work on the first try, other than trying verbose mode, I don't really know what to try. Well, it says it's complete, and I mean, whether it's going to be able to restart now is another question, so let's find out together, shall we? I mean, I'm not convinced it's going to be able to start up again. Right, so I'm going to eject the disk, so it doesn't boot from it. If the disk would come out, looks like the drive's stuck. Excellent, please boot from the hard drive then. I think it's booted from the hard drive. Yeah, because the disk's half out, but not all the way out. No, it crashed. It crashed. Can the disk come out so I at least know it's not booting from that? Right, hang on a sec. Startup options. -V. I think that does verbose commands. No, instantly crashes, and there's like, okay. -V, -X safe mode, I think. Okay, well that's got further. I lied. As I said, I literally don't know how to fix this. I don't know what would have caused this. Maybe I needed to do the RTC32 bit. I don't really know what the difference is, to be completely honest. -V, -X. Is -S single user mode? I'm making this up. I have no idea what I'm doing. Where does it crash? I'm trying to read it, but it's too fast. Yeah, no idea. Uh-oh. The only thing I can think of is reinstall it, but select different options. But that's gonna take forever. Well, let's try it. So get out of that, and then boot menu, and then CD-ROM. And then this time, I'm actually going to press F8 and put in dash... Oh, maybe I can use a different bootloader if I boot it from the hard drive from this. Does that work? No, is the answer. I keep going to the BIOS by accident. No. Okay, let's boot off the CD again and then try some different... Oh, fuck. I missed the button. Okay, that's fine. We're just going to boot from the disk again and then reinstall it with some other options and see if that works. I'm literally just making rubbish up at this point. I have no clue what I'm doing.
5 minutes later.
Okay, so this time we're still going to do Chameleon because that's what everyone else seems to do on the internet. But in bootloader options, we're going to do the graphics enabler because we're using a VGA card and it says especially with that version of Chameleon, so I don't know. I'm going to still leave that. Patches, right, I'm going to change this to 32-bit. I don't know. It says it might work, so we're going to do that. Modified kernels. What does any of this... Well, it's not an atom. Do I need a modified kernel? I don't know. Do I just enable one and... Because it says for Intel, so I'll just... Sure. And then this was still, so VGA, it's not all of it, Intel GMA 950. There's also like, there's another thing in here. No, okay. Network, wired. Oh, I didn't do this, okay. So this is where the Ethernet is. I've changed a couple things. It's already 32-bit boot. I don't think so. Attempt 2.
1 million zillion jillion dillion cotillion times later.
Okay, attempt number 2. Restart now. If this does not work, I will be leaving this as a please help me in the comments section video because I literally don't know where to go from this point because I don't know what any of it means or how to change pretty much any of it, to be completely honest with you. I don't know. She's scraping away. Right, disk drive, eject, disk out, and we're just going to leave it this time and just, will it get any further? Well, that didn't crash as quickly. It's trying. It's trying. Well, this is an exciting development. We're actually making progress. And hard drive activity has stopped, but the loading hasn't. Oh. That doesn't bode well. But that's further. That's further than we got before. Yeah, there is no hard drive activity. Oh. Well, I'll give it a few minutes before I, throw the... Oh, that's the activities come back. Come on, come on, Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I believe you can do this. I believe. It better play the music. If it does boot up, it better play the music. Otherwise, I will be devastated. Oh, it's thinking. Come on. Come on. Oh my god. We have a mouse cursor. Oh my god. There's no music! But it booted up. It booted up. I'm very surprised right now. Can we get to the desktop? I don't want to fill in any of this. I don't want to make a password, just let me log in. Nope. Come on, show me the desktop. That's still not the desktop. Oh my god. Oh my god. We have a desktop. What? 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 I can't change the resolution, and this is not the resolution of this monitor, so that's not quite working properly. But we're in. We're in. Oh my goodness, we're in. Like, we are actually in. It thinks it's a Core 2 Duo, which is wishful thinking. It is not a Core 2 Duo. It works. We're here. We made it. We are in Snow Leopard. I don't know how to make it better because the graphics isn't working properly and there's probably no internet and I can't update it and there's all sorts of other problems, but we made it this far. Does sound work? If it does, it doesn't work through the PC speaker, but there we are. We have successfully installed macOS on a Pentium D. That is probably the biggest achievement anyone will ever make in their entire life, quite honestly. Now, let me know in the comments if A, you know how to get the graphics working properly, so that I can change the resolution, etc. And if you would like to see me attempt to update this to 10.6.8. I will not do that now. I will be making a backup of this image before I try and mess with it anymore. But we made it this far. So, thank you very much for watching the first chaotic tech adventure on this channel. And we shall see if I ever have the mental capacity to do any more. I hope I do, because I have actually quite enjoyed this. And I will see everyone at some point in the future with some more utter rubbish that's going to need excessive numbers of reboots.